Hello everybody. Hi, my name is Key and thank you for watching my channel. What I want to do today is make a cake. Not from scratch, but it will be semi-scratch. The only bad thing about this idea is I've never made a cake from scratch before. Big undertaking. I know what you're thinking. Why am I trying that? Well, my mother, Mama D, was a phenomenal cake baker. Everywhere she went, she was asked if she could bring cakes to potlucks or get-togethers. So I figure, since I'm her daughter by default, I should also be a master cake baker. So I'm gonna try my hand at it. I am going to cheat by using box mix, but I'm gonna add ingredients to it. So I'm hoping that it turns out right. I've decided that my first cake recipe is going to be a hummingbird cake. And the ingredients for that are as follows: a box of regular yellow cake mix, some cinnamon, 8-ounce can of crushed pineapple, vegetable oil, flour, 3 eggs, large eggs, and I like to bring them up to room temperature only because I saw my mom doing that. 2 bananas. We're gonna do 2 bananas. Vanilla bean paste, not the extract. Very interested to see how this works because the original recipe calls for vanilla extract. So I am gonna try that. Then I've got all my regular measuring accoutrements. For the actual baking, you will need 2 round baking pans. I went with 2 of the 9 inches. Apparently these come in different sizes. They got 8 inches, 9 inches. They even go smaller, like 4 inches. So I just grabbed 2 of the 9 inches. You're also going to need some old-fashioned vegetable shortening, unsalted butter, and cream cheese, all at room temperature. So I'm gonna just let that hang out and chill for a bit. And also some confectioner's sugar. Okay, fingers crossed, let's get started. To your mixing bowl, you're gonna add your yellow cake mix. Just get rid of the box. The 3 scrambled eggs. I guess you don't have to beat them. The crushed pineapple. The mashed bananas. If your recipe calls for mashed bananas, make sure you actually have a masher. This is for ground beef. I don't have a potato masher. I have no clue why I don't have a potato masher. Half a cup of vegetable oil and half a cup of water, a teaspoon of cinnamon, which is delicious, and this right here, a teaspoon of vanilla extract. It's what it calls for, but since this is vanilla bean paste, I'm just going to eyeball it as close to 1 teaspoon. Hopefully that's not a very overpowerful vanilla bean flavor. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix mix this on low for 1 minute. After 1 minute, we're gonna stop blending and we're going to just scrape the sides, make sure that the dry cake batter is fully incorporated. Just getting the sides. And then we're going to blend it again for 2 more minutes. Once it's all incorporated and mixed well, now it's time to just pour them into our pre-prepped baking pans. It's kind of hard to eyeball it to see if the cakes are even. I guess if you wanted to be precise, you could use a digital scale. However, I'm just gonna eyeball it since I am a master cake baker. Y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I'm regretting choosing to make a hummingbird cake. I actually don't even remember my mom ever making a hummingbird cake, but it was in her recipes. So yeah, I'm not sure why I chose hummingbird and not chocolate. Shoulda did chocolate. This one's gonna be bigger. That's gonna be the bottom cake. That's gonna be the top layer. It doesn't look good so far. Into the 350-degree oven they go. Be well, my ladies, be well. Let the cakes bake in the oven at 350 degrees for approximately 30 to 32 minutes until golden brown and spring back at the touch. So my cakes are still in the oven. I'm gonna go ahead and get my cream cheese frosting started from scratch. The ingredients to this is pretty simple. It's just room temperature cream cheese and a stick of butter and 3 3/4 cups of confectioner's sugar sifted. I don't have a sifter. That should not be a surprise considering I didn't have a potato masher. So this is unsifted. Let's see how it works. Oh, and also a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Vanilla extract. We'll take our room temperature butter. And our room temperature cream cheese. And we'll mix that together. While that's mixing, I'll go ahead and add my teaspoon of vanilla. Oh, that's so thick. I really don't know the ratios for using vanilla bean paste to vanilla extract, but we'll soon see. And slowly start to pour in some of this sifted confectioner sugar. And I'm just gonna keep on slowly adding this in until it's all incorporated nice and smooth. So I'm making the buttercream frosting. What part of this looks like frosting? Like, come on, why does it look like I'm making a ball of pasta? Hummingbird cake. Really, Kiana? Hummingbird cake? Now, I know I'm supposed to be a master baker by association, but I'm sorry. This does not look like frosting at all. So I am still trying to make homemade frosting, and I'm really questioning my life choices as to why I would choose to make something that I, for one, have no clue what it's supposed to taste like, look like, smell like. That was just setting myself up for failure right there. That's bad planning on my part. Should have did chocolate. Matter of fact, chocolate is sounding really good. You know what else is sounding really good? Tim Hortons is sounding really good. Like I could really go for some chocolate Timbits, or even some of the glazed Timbits, or maybe even the plain cake Timbits. You know what type of Timbit they do not have at Tim Hortons? They do not have a hummingbird Timbit. I wonder why. Maybe because no one's ever heard of hummingbird. So it's actually kind of whipping up like frosting. So maybe, just maybe we might have something. I'm not gonna taste it yet though. That tastes just like frosting, like real frosting, like, yo, it's good, it's good. Cakes are done, getting ready to pull them out. It smells amazing. Now that my cakes are out the oven, I do have them cooling on a wire rack for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, I'm just gonna take a butter knife and go around the sides of it and then flip it over to loosen the cakes, and then flip them back over so it's on the bottom resting for another 30 minutes to let them cool completely. Still waiting on the cakes to cool. You can see that they've started to pull away from the sides on its own, which makes me very happy because that means that it's not gonna stick. So, yay. So now I wait 30 more minutes. I wonder if I have time to go play dodgeball or something.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. What?
It's been 30 minutes. The cakes have finally cooled. Finally. Should have did chocolate. I made a cake. Now it's time to start applying the frosting. Is it frosting or is it icing? Not sure. But probably doesn't even matter because this looks just like mashed potatoes, so I don't know. So we're gonna apply the first layer just to the cake. That's it. And then we'll put the other cake on top. Now for the part I could not wait to do, which is putting the frosting on, finally. So I'm not sure how this is going to play out, but the cake seems cool enough, so I'm just gonna put a small layer. Look at that. And then it's gonna start picking up the crumbs of cake. Yep. So I'm sure I'm not doing something right. And I'm doing probably a lot of things wrong. Don't know why I decided to make a cake. Hey, but, you know, I am a master baker just by association. But once this is all covered, then I'm gonna put the second layer on top and then apply more frosting. Oh, hey, that's pretty. Ah. Now what do I do? How do I flip it back over? Okay. Oh, shoot. Okay. Come on, little hummingbird cake. Uh-oh. Yeah! I made a my gosh. It looks like a cake. Yeah, it looks like a cake. Let's finish frosting it. Is it frosting or icing? I don't think I have enough frosting. Oh no. Poor little hummingbird cake. You will be dry. You will be so dry. It might be a little, oh no, nowhere near close. It's not gonna cover the cake. So we're just gonna have to make the top look covered. Oh, hummingbird cake. I wonder if you can fly. I feel like throwing you across the room. Oh, hummingbird cake, I should have made chocolate. Ooh. To all of you people out there that love hummingbird cake, I do apologize for making a very bad representation of a beloved dessert. Ooh, oh my gosh. So, this is definitely not gonna win any blue ribbons for looks. Oh wow. That's pretty sad. That's really sad. Gosh. I haven't made a cake. I made a hummingbird cake. I ran out of frosting. Last step is to sprinkle on some toasted diced pecans. I don't feel like toasting them because I don't think that there is anything more that I could do for this poor hummingbird cake. I don't know what more I can do. Like, this is so sad. They're gonna take away my master baking certificate. Oh, okay, but wait a minute. The nuts kind of make it look a little fancy. You might be onto something. But then you see the sides. Like, and then you're just like, no, we're not onto anything at all. Like, who made this sad looking cake? And nobody is gonna cut into this at any potluck at all. Even if there's a sign that says, hey, it's a homemade hummingbird cake. I don't see a lot of people lining up to get a slice of this. It's very beautiful. For my first cake, I made a cake. You should too. Hi, so we finally have a finished cake. I got my kid to come over. So I was telling everybody about Mama D's good cakes and how everybody would always look forward to her baked goods and how I'm gonna try and carry it on. And remember what you said when I told you that I was going to be making a hummingbird cake?
Right.
What did you say when I told you?
You wouldn't be able to do that.
I remember that you said exactly, oh my goodness, Mom, that sounds amazing. I can't wait to taste it. I do remember that. Okay, so here's the cake.
Okay. 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 And you got little, what is that?
Those are pecans, and
You
it's
got
homemade
pecans?
frosting.
Do you have pecans inside?
No,
No?
bananas and crushed pineapple.
Okay.
All right. All right, we're gonna dig in.
Taste test. Should I get the cream?
Yeah, make sure you try the homemade frosting.
That's homemade.
That is homemade, yes.
What's in it?
That is cream cheese, butter, and confectioner sugar.
That is. Okay.
Powdered sugar. Sifted. Pretty moist.
Cheers with the chat. Cheers with the chat. Cheers. You don't like it?
I don't. I should have made chocolate.
Why not?
Oh, no, I don't.
It tastes a little bit like carrot cake.
Oh, I don't know. It's just not a taste that I'm used to at all. At all. No.
Did you get the cream up here?
I did. We'll take that over to your house.
Okay.
Thank you guys. If y'all like my channel, hit subscribe.